Hey, welcome to CryptoCoach365. It's day 115. Mike Tozoni here. Um, so I had a nice call yesterday with a company that we'll be partnering up for our bank. A long time ago, back when I worked at Mycelium, it's one of the top Bitcoin wallet companies at the time. We used to have one of the developers, Jan Moller, who developed a backend for our company for the wallet. So, a bit of a background. Um, Bitcoin blockchain does not actually store addresses or address balances. It stores public addresses, and you would derive your Bitcoin address from that public address. As for Bitcoin balances, if you want to find out how much an public address or a Bitcoin address actually has, the only way to do that is you have to go through all the transactions from the very beginning of the blockchain and see all the addresses, all the money that was sent to the address, all the money that was removed from the address, and sum it all up, and then you'll end up with the balance, which unfortunately for smaller wallets is a very impractical and time intensive and processor intensive thing to do. Like, imagine you want to find out how much money you have in your account, and you have to download a 200 gigabyte blockchain, scan the whole blockchain, and then keep track of all the transactions that come in and go. So to make that a lot more optimized, Jan created a database that would run in the background that would keep it'll download the entire blockchain and then parse it into its own database that stores just a list of addresses and just their balances. And this way, when the Mycelium wallet would connect to the network, to the internet, instead of having to download the entire blockchain, it could just connect to our servers, query a balance for an address, get the information back, and done. There are some open source decentralized servers, Bitcoin nodes rather, that actually do this as well now, so that's a problem that's been fixed. But Jan, while I was still working there, he decided to take his creation, the parse database, and take it to start a new company, which he founded, and use that for more of a statistical analysis tool. And we plan to introduce, or rather, how do I put this? In our big project, we plan to use their system in order to kind of give our system a little more legitimacy, let's say, and to give us some things that some other companies are not really using at the time. But anyway, we set up a call with one of the representatives, talked about what we needed, they talked about what they could provide, and it went pretty well. Today I am in Columbus, Ohio. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room again. This time I'm actually meeting with another one of our partners for the big project, kind of to see how what he can contribute, how he can fit into our team, I guess, into our project, and how we can compensate him, and what kind of options we have going forward. It went pretty well. This morning was actually kind of a bit of a stress, I guess, but I don't know. I guess I'm kind of lucky or something. But what happened was my flight was supposed to leave at 9:44, and for some stupid reason, instead of planning on arriving for the boarding time, which is 9:04, I planned on arriving for the departure time. So I planned to arrive at the airport at 9 o'clock as opposed to, let's say, 8, an hour before boarding. And even though it's normally supposed to take an hour to get to the airport from our house during rush hour traffic, without traffic it's about 30 minutes, but with traffic it was about an hour. There was an accident on the way to the airport which delayed us by quite a bit. I ended up getting to the airport at about well, it was about an hour and a half. Sorry, there's some message coming in. Let me get rid of that. So I got to the airport kind of late, and I got to the gate at 9:40, so about 4 to 5 minutes before departure. And unfortunately, They close and shut off the plane 15 minutes before departure, so they can kind of do all their like, these are the exits and put this mask on if there's an issue, all that kind of preparation. So I couldn't get on the plane. I was 10 minutes late. I also, as I found out, I no longer can get TSA pre-check on my travel ticket, because since I had a name change, the new names as the tickets are registered for do not match the TSA pre-check name I use. So I'll have to go and get TSA guys to update my name to the new one as well. But anyway, so I show up 4 minutes before departure, panting and exhausted because I ran from the train, and the TSA took like an extra 10 minutes. Actually, I'm thinking if I had TSA pre-check, I probably could have made it. But anyway, show up late, and they check, and they see that there's another flight. Like, I was at gate 78, and at gate 79, literally right next to us, there's another plane that's also going to Columbus, but instead of through Atlanta, which is way south, and then back up north to Columbus, it was going through Detroit, which is kind of in the same direction. So instead of each flight being about 2 hours, each flight ended up being 1 hour. But there's a 2-hour layover, but in the end, I would basically end up getting to Columbus maybe like 40 minutes later than originally planned. And this flight that's departing is literally departing like right there. They actually closed the plane, but then they opened it because the captain had to step out for a second. I'm guessing using the bathroom or something. So the only reason that it was still accepting you, like, was not locked down, was because the captain was like right that minute going to stepped out of the plane. So the attendant quickly got me new boarding passes through Detroit to the same destination, and I was able to get on a plane because the captain at that time, like, as soon as I was given the tickets, I turned around, the captain is coming back. Excuse me. So we literally together walked up to the door. The security person opened the gate door, and we literally walked onto the plane at the same time. Like, it was within that 1 minute. That was basically the time that I could get on that specific plane. So I got on, we flew out, no issues, at 2-hour layover instead of 30-minute layover, so I had time to actually get some lunch and stuff too, and got here in time to have my meeting. So I don't know, it's like some sort of crazy amount of luck or just coincidence or something, but yeah, I messed up, but I still somehow made it with literally seconds to spare, just because it was that close with the captain stepping off and then stepping back on, and it just happened to be when they saw that he was off, found the tickets, found a seat, and I got a seat. Oh, and then when I got onto the plane, I saw that the seat that they assigned me was already actually taken. Somebody was sitting there, so I said, had to sit in front of that seat, which happened to be the Comfort Plus seat, which is like the upgraded version of the seat as well. So that benefited me too. And I'm still flying Delta, of course. And like I said, they seem to be taking care of me pretty damn well. Today's meeting, though, I met with Frederick Barron. He's going to be, well, he has been working on our big project since probably almost the beginning, at least for a year now. Unfortunately, not in a more direct capacity. It was more of a consulting capacity, but at this point he'll be working a lot more directly with us, which means that he's going to be on the ground in the country that we're building this thing in, helping us to actually make sure the lawyers are moving their butts and helping us set up all the connections and relationships and meetings that we need to get this project off the ground. So yeah, had a very good meeting. He's a great guy. I'm looking forward to working with him. I was partly here to evaluate him to see how well he would do, and how well he would fit, rather, and how well of benefits, or what kind of benefits he would bring to the company. And I'm satisfied with pretty much everything. Like, we definitely can use his help. We pretty much need his help. And he's very happy to, apparently, very happy to work with us for the project we're doing too. Uh, kind of like me, I guess. He's also not in it for the money. Like the money is a good side benefit, but like me, his main goal is to bring cryptocurrencies to the rest of the world and make it easier to use for everybody, because we both understand how much of a transformational and beneficial system the whole cryptocurrency financial system is. So our goals are aligned, our interests are aligned, our morals and ethics are pretty well aligned too. So and he seems like a great guy to work with. So yeah, that's going to be great too. So two great meetings, two great additions to our project. A lot of luck in the morning, and we're going to be having lunch again tomorrow with him. Probably going to discuss some of the first steps and kind of follow up stuff, and then see where it goes from there. So we actually, with him on board and with Adela contributing more of her time to this project, we're actually planning on moving pretty fast in the next couple of months. Unfortunately, part of the reason it's been slow was speed of government, which we'll still have an issue with. Part of it was kind of personal delays where, unfortunately, I let some of the stuff kind of slide for a bit. Excuses, moving, more distractions, stuff like that. But yeah, going forward is going to be pretty much pushing it as fast and as hard as we possibly can. So anyway, looking forward. The next few months should be quite exciting, I guess. So looking forward. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.